Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. My name is Belle, and this is the Belle Perspective. And today we're going to be reviewing Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 15, episode 4. A Star is Reborn. I don't know why I never remember the seasons. I'm sorry, the episode numbers, y'all. I just, before we get into this review, I've got a couple housekeeping items I need to cover. Let's get into that first. All right, y'all already know. If you've been here before, you know what I'm about to say. This is a growing channel. I need your help. I have a goal of a certain amount of subscribers that I want to get. I need your help. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button. Hit that like button. That'll help push me up in the algorithm. Get in the comments. Shout out to Miss Belle. She's been a super commenter. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. I'm always going to shout you out. And also I just want to let everyone know of the reviews that are coming up. So we're reviewing Belle Collective. We're reviewing Real Housewives of Atlanta, Love and Marriage Huntsville, Love and Marriage DC, Love and Marriage Detroit. When that comes out in June, I'm also reviewing Summer House, Martha's Vineyard, and I think that there's another show coming, but I don't remember the name. And also I do book reviews, so that's coming out pretty soon. I'm going to be reviewing The Changeling by Victor Lavelle. I have a virtual book club that's completely free. We meet every month. I'll have more information about that in my book review, but we do a lot of things on this channel, and I think that you'll like it around here. So get down in the comments, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and stick around for more. Okay, let's get into this review, y'all. So Real Housewives of Atlanta, episode A Star is Reborn. So I feel like this was all about Drew and her situation going on, but ain't nobody checking for Drew yet. Y'all, be honest. Ain't nobody checking for, well, I certainly am not. Okay, so we show Sheree is hosting a brunch event. She invited Marlo. She invited Sanya. And she's bringing them over to the house. The food looked amazing. I'm not gonna lie to you. All the food in every scene of this show, this episode looked chef's kiss. I don't know if I was hungry, but it was looking real good, especially at Drew's house. It was looking real good. Anyway, so they talk about BravoCon. They talk about how everything was fun, how all the people were so nice. They also talk about how Mama Joyce was talking negatively about Todd. And honestly, after all these years, Mama Joyce, I don't know why you still doing this. This only makes you look bad. This only makes you and your family look bad. And like Marlo said, the streets are talking, and the streets are your mama, Kandi. She kicking up all this dirt and dust. People gonna start looking. It's giving Letitia and Miss Wanda from Love and Marriage Huntsville. Miss Wanda keep kicking up all this dust. People gonna keep looking at Marceau sideways. For those of y'all who watch the show, they also talk about Martell and how Kenya was calling Martell aggressive and sticking up for Martell and saying, I'm not sticking up for Martell, but I'm just trying to say what's right. But honestly, if can't vouch for Martell because I know he a wild ass, trash ass type of dude. So I'm not sticking up for him at all. I understand that Kenya ain't feeling Martell. I get it. Even Marlo was like, "Girl, I ain't feeling Martell like that." Everybody should keep a good eye on Martell, except for Sheree because she's stupid. So anyway, but it didn't need to be what it was to me personally. It didn't need to be what it was. She just needed to say, "Hey Sheree, I ain't feeling him," and kept it moving. Arguing with him, trying to bring up old stuff, text messages, DMs, girl, Lee, girl, trust me, Martell is not new to this. He is true to this, and he gonna have you looking crazy at the end of the day, regardless. Let Sheree be the one to figure that out. Drew and Ralph. Drew was acting like she ain't never been nowhere. I'm not like this was her first date that Ralph had ever taken her, or maybe it's been a couple years since Ralph had taken her out on a date. Because she was like, "We're date, you guys. We're on a date." It's like, girl, he don't take you nowhere hardly. Because you had it real. You kind of acting like a little thirsty a little bit to me. She says, I'm glad we're doing something that I love. And I'm like, girl, rock climbing, this is what you love? Because you're terrible at it, actually, if this is what you love to do. But anywho, I won't, I ain't gonna shame her because I'm not good at rock climbing either. But I'm still not going around telling people this is what I love to do. How they've done rock climbing, and I'm not gonna lie to you, it was a Kiki child. She looked like she was about to die on that little fake rock. She looked like she was about to crossover. She really did. She looked like she was about to meet heaven. Anyway, so they sit down. They're talking about how many streams that she had, about 30,000. Is y'all listening to Drew's song? It's actually cute. It's actually a cute little song. I do have a question as to why the hell, and this Shayna brought this up in her review. Why the hell was Ralph in the back in her cover art? Like Drew is singing, but I guess because Ralph wrote and produced the song, I guess he felt like he needed to be a part of it. But I feel like also he trying to steal her shine. And the reason why I say that is because she's saying I had 30,000 streams. He was like, that's not a good thing. And she was like, yeah, but we didn't have a whole lot of promotion. We didn't do a whole lot of things to let people know that this song is out there. And now that we have, or now that, and the fact that I've gotten 30,000, Quiet as It's Kept, she did better than Chloe album. But anyway, I'm sorry, Chloe, girl. I'm not trying to throw no shade. But if she did, if and we got to double check Drew, cause child, she liked to lie. She liked to lie. But anyway, if she did 30,000 without any real promo, she could do more. So she's like, "Are we gonna promote this song? How are we gonna get behind this to push the dream out?" Child Ralph shut all of that down and was like, "I need to focus on what I want to do now. I've written a song for you. I've done XYZ. Now I want to focus on me." I'm not. I am not going to give Ralph any smoke today. But I do not like this man. That's all I'm gonna say. Moving on. Actually, show like before they go on to a commercial, they show Marlo saying, "My nephew was bang bang," bitch. And I was like, "Are they acting a scene from a Tyler Perry play? Is this real? Is this happening?" We'll talk about it a little bit later. But I was like, "Is this fake? This got to be fake because somebody in here acting." It was awful. Anyway, okay, so we get to Kenya. Kenya cussing somebody out on the phone. You know, I guess they didn't get the resolution right for her photography. I guess this person works for her. Then, because he didn't send the photo with the right resolution, she's got another assistant trying to help her. Monyetta calls. She's doing something for Kenya Moore Hair Care. She's got the brand color on. She's got Kenya Moore Hair Care set up all over the place. Monyetta calls. Monyetta is on her way to a wedding, Toya's wedding. So is it Toya who just recently got married? What's her name? Toya? Y'all know who I'm talking about. Toya, Wayne ex-wife. Toya. Is that the Toya she talking about? Y'all get down in the comments and tell me what Toya she was talking about because I didn't know. Anyway, so Kenya apparently was invited to Magic City Classic, which is like the HBCU theme kind of thing, and she's supposed to be performing. I'm like, performing what? What does Kenya do exactly? I don't. Why would they be calling on her? Love Kenya. Think she's absolutely gorgeous, but I ain't know she really had performing in her. What is she performing? Anyway, so she's asking Monyetta to help her put some choreography together or choreography. I promise I went to school. I promise I'm smart. Choreography, girl, what? Anyway, asking Monyetta to help her put some choreography together. This is my first time learning that Monyetta does choreography. I didn't know that. So that's going to be happening pretty soon. And I think later on in the episode, we talk about a trip to this Magic City Classic that Kenya was talking about and that she was invited to. So then we get to Kandi. What the hell Kandi had on, child? I don't know. I think she be trying to be sexy, but it really don't be giving. It be giving like Horace Clown. And I'm not trying to talk nasty against Kandi because I like her. Well, I like Kandi for the most part. I think she's consistent. But it was just giving Horace Clown. And I'm just like, girl, what is going on, girl? That's not cute. So anyway, it was a no for me. She's listing all the different things that she had to do. And low key, this was a flex. Not mad at it. Listing all the different things that she had going on. Mind you, booked and busy things, not things that they're trying to get you to do. Wink, wink, Melly, Cherie. These are actual things that Katie's listed to do. But anyway, we're going to move on. We moving on. All right. She honestly, in my opinion, she can let Candy Coat the Nice go. Girl, ain't nobody checking for that girl. You you can let that go. She's talking about that she helped executive produce the piano lesson, August Wilson's piano lesson. She says she's on her way to EGOT status. So good for her. Good for Kandi. Her, Monyetta comes to visit, and DonJuan is talking again. Here we go with DonJuan, all in women's business. All in women's business. They start talking about Mama Joyce and how Mama Joyce is out of line. Mama Joyce really need to be put in her place. Okay. Kandi says, I really don't care what she has to say about my marriage. I understand you don't care, Kandi, but you need to put your mama in her place. And you don't maybe obviously don't do it in front of the cameras, but you need to put your mama in her place because this disrespect is getting out of hand. Ralph and Drew again. So Courtney and Ralph are really cousins. WTF. They're coming to visit to have dinner. Come to find out, Courtney had a kid with Bryce, who is from Group Theory. I don't know if y'all heard that. Tell me if you want me to give you all my time. You know that song. Child, love that song. Oh my god. First of all, I love their album. It was so good. And then he also played in the Queen Latifah movie Beauty Shop. Y'all remember that? Beauty Shop with Reese Witherspoon. Was it Reese Witherspoon? Some white girl, some white girl. I can't remember. But Beauty Shop, it was her and her daughter that opened a beauty shop. And dang, Amistad dude. I do not know his name, but y'all know who I'm talking about. Amistad. He was up top, right? They all thought he was gay in the beauty shop, but he actually ended up liking white girls. So he played in that movie too. Apparently, Drew also played in a movie with him before. So his name is Bryce. He still looks handsome, but not as handsome as he did back in the day, child. He was fine as hell back in the day. He looked all right. Now he looks handsome, but he's still back in the day. Child. Candiace from Little Housewives of Potomac calls and says, hey, I'm doing a tour of City Winery. By the way, I hate the fact that City Winery in DC got shut down. I could not wait to get to that venue. I actually lived 5 minutes away from it, maybe 6, roughly. So it's gone. It's gone. It's gone. Was really hoping to be able to experience that. So while So Candiace is saying, hey, I'm touring City Winery. I'm going to be in town. I invited Shamari to sing, but since she can't make it, I want you to be my guest. Be my guest. Be my guest. Be my guest. Sorry, I just had to do that. I don't know where that came from. So here goes Drew. Oh my God, I'm getting so hot. I have to do my God. Girl, all of the theatrics, stop. I was rolling my eyes. I was like, she's so fake. Anyway, so Courtney, they finally get there. They're talking about how they're all connected. What is the girl name? Drew decides that she wants to call Kandi to tell her the good news and invite all the women to City Winery. You call Kandi while Courtney is at your house, Drew, and you say you weren't trying to be messy. Drew, this is why people be wanting to box you. Kandi was like, girl, you gonna call me with this lady on the phone? All right, fine. I'll come support you, but girl, you tried it. I'm glad Kandi said something because that was so annoying. So we see Marlo in the car with her nephews. They're doing well. There was something on her face. I was like, what is that? Pimple stuff? I don't know what the hell was on Marlo's face. I was like, girl, what is that? Anyway, okay, so then they get to the performance finally. We never get here. They're doing a run through. Okay, Candiace is gonna do this, and she's gonna introduce you, Drew. Drew's like, oh my god, I can't wait. Yes, this is gonna be my big moment. This is gonna be my night. I'm gonna be doing it. Big God, yeah. Y'all know how Drew is, child. Just super extra for no goddamn reason. Dr. Heavenly comes. Sanya's there. Kenya, Monyetta, Marlo, and Courtney. I ain't gonna lie, I hollered. Sheree was like, "Yeah, child, I'm not ready to see. I'm not ready to see flop it with Drew. I wasn't feeling well." I hollered, "Flop it with Drew by Sheree." Yeah. So Candiace comes up, she's performing, which I want to check out her album. Have y'all checked out her album? Is it pretty good? The song sounded really good from listening to the snippets that she was performing on the show. So I'm definitely gonna stream her album. Y'all tell me what y'all think about the album. They introduce, what is her name? Drew. I keep forgetting her name. They introduced Drew. She comes on. Let me tell you, this song was all of 40 seconds, maybe 45. Hell, Sonya was like, I ran longer to clinch the gold medal than she sang on that stage. And they absolutely timed it. I think she ran 2 seconds longer. That joke was so funny. And it was only 4 words. I love me. I love you. You love me. Love you. Love me. Love you. Girl, I was like, what? These all the words? Is that it? Okay, so Drew gets off the stage. We're wrapping up. We get down to the back. Everybody's having a discussion. The girls wanted to see more. Kenya was like, why the hell you had that quick in and out? What was that about? Woo, 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 for 40 seconds. Girl, what? She was like, I wasn't trying to impose on my girl's piece. This is what she wanted to do. Blah blah blah. Bloppity bloppity bloop. No, whatever. Sanya says that she thought the performance was incredible. Here go Drew. Oh my God, you thought so for real? Like you coming out here was an olive branch extension. Everybody's like, listen, drop the beef. The beef between y'all is exhausting. It's over. It's not even necessary. Sari, wrap it up, hang it up, flat screen, let's move on. And I'm with them because I thought that they was just, I feel like Sanya was just picking a fight with Drew because that's what everybody else was doing and she just needed to pick a fight because he was new to the show. It was just annoying. Courtney then starts talking about, Kandi brings up the fact that Courtney talked about how Kandi brought in the hood people. So she was born in the hood. Born in the hood family, and they're from the hood. And it's like, well, if that's where you're from, Courtney, then why the hell would you say something negative in that way? And you can't say, I didn't say it in a negative way. I was just saying. Like, Kendall's like, listen, that's annoying. The fact that you would even talk negatively about where you come from, that shows poorly on your character. And I was with Kandi. All I know is Kandi shut everything down. She said, you absolutely right. All I know is that I bring everybody out. I said, I know that's right. Hello, hello, hello. Come on now. Come on now. Tell them, Kandi. Tell the host. Because obviously they don't understand. Obviously the hosts don't understand. Okay? You get to school these hosts. You get to school them. Anywho, so we get to a part where Marlo, Drew, that's it. Drew says, Kandi, is everything okay after the incident at Blaze? Kandi was like, it's a private matter, but everything is okay. Marlo, being the instigator, what you talking about? The shooting? And Kandi was like, it's a private matter. Wasn't trying to bring that up. And Marlo's getting mad. Well, how is it that you're always the one that you can sweep things up under the rug and can't say anything? I'm about to go home. Kandi said, oh, well, let's talk about the time you that girl. I was like, oh, so it was true. Well, I always thought it was rumor. Damn. She was like, that was almost 23 years ago. So Marlo, you did that? Somebody? Oh my God. Anyway, she was like, I'm so sick of this. Y'all are constantly allowing Kandi to pick and choose the things that she wants to talk about, but I'm calling it out. I mean, Marla may have a point. She may have a point. She said, we talk about my mom, we talk about my sister, we talk about my boys, we talk about me allegedly being with an old white man, but we never talk about anything that makes Kandi look bad. And I'm like, that might be true. That might be true. But you signed up for this show. You knew what it was. She been top dog for the longest time. She's been the longest lasting housewife. So maybe she has a little bit of favor in that area. I don't know. So everyone clears out, they're gone home, and Marlo and Drew are standing behind after everybody's gone home. It's been, I think they said 30 minutes later. Marlo's talking to Drew and saying, "Why didn't you say shooting? Why did you play it down?" And basically what Marlo was trying to say was, "Drew, why are you tiptoeing around the issues that actually are happening with Kandi? And it seems like you have more respect for her and tiptoeing around her because you don't want to ruffle her feathers when you just need to be open and honest about everything." And part of what Marlo is saying is right. If you're going to be on reality TV, you need to be open and honest about what's going on in your life. And I do understand that you want to be private with certain things. I get what she's saying. I just don't understand the way she's going about it. And that's how Marlo always operates. I get where she's going. Wait a minute. I understand why she's trying to go there, but I never understood that. I never understand her execution. So anyway, so Candy Marlo talks about how she had a nephew who worked at old lady gang. He was working as a chef, and 2 years after he stopped working there, he ended up getting unalived by his roommate. She was telling Kandi about it. Kandi was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry." She said Kandi acted like she didn't care. She told her about it again, and then she acted like she didn't know what was happening. And apparently the nephew who was unalived actually worked with Kandi at OLG. And I guess she has a little bit of a issue. Here's my takeaway from this, because I'm not trying to go too deep in the weeds. Y'all just need to watch the show. First of all, it looked staged. It looked like she was playing. I was like, is this for real? Really looked like a Tyler Perry play. I didn't know if this was real or not. I'm like, wow, because this escalated real quick and it didn't even make sense. One, two, Drew is not your problem. If you have an issue, you need to be talking to Kandi about that and executive producers. Can't Drew ain't had nothing to do with it. Drew was just asking about incident, partly because she probably don't know if she could say the actual word on camera. I just think Marlo was trying to have a moment, and she was trying to have a moment with the wrong person, personally. And I think it was just easier to yell at Drew and get in her face about stuff. I don't think it had anything to do with her nephew. I think it was just her personally just being frustrated with the fact that Kandi can skate and she can't. That's really what I think. And she really need to take that up with executive production, and she need to take that up with Kandi. Drew was just the innocent well, I won't say innocent, but she is a silly bystander, just the goofy bystander. That's the perfect word. Goofy. What can Drew do? Anyway, get down in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. Because y'all may be wrong. I may be looking at it too simplistically. Marlo is a lot for me. I think she be doing too much with the least, but anyway, y'all get down in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about the episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.